Oh, hello. Hi. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. 1 second. Hold on. Today, we are going to be reviewing this desk. It's a replacement desk for my table here. Yes, this is a desk. It is a standing desk, and it's also 160mm wide. Now, I know the top comes in panels, but we're going to take a look at it. I got this thing for a decent price. We will get into what that price was a little later on in the video. First, should we see what's in the box? Shall we? Okay guys, in the box we have, should we get this thing open? I'll be very careful when using a sharp blade. Don't be like me, like an idiot. And we shall have a look what's in this box. Because I'm kind of intrigued to how all of this desk is fitted in here, to be honest. It is quite a decent sized desk. Okay, let's get this box open. Right, so in the box we have what looks like a whole tray of the mechanicals, and I'm gonna guess we've got, that's the motor, some legs, don't know, we've got a destruction manual, which looks like we're gonna have some fun. This looks joyous, so we shall see. I'm going to move this tray of bits out. I think I could just lift it. Yeah. That, I'm guessing, is basically all of the parts for the desk are over there. And we're going to have a look at the tabletop. Now, I knew when I ordered this that this was the tabletop was going to be in sections. But regardless of that, when I point out how much this actually cost me in a bit, you might be somewhat impressed by this, like I am. Because to be fair, I think it is veneered chipboard. Very nicely veneered, like. But if you're wondering, I'm looking in the hole to see what we're screwed into, and it does look like there's chipboard under there, but it still feels really nice. Got these little protective things on the corners for it. Let's get that one out the way. Again, like I said, I knew that the panels of this desk. Oh no! Oh, it's just some bits of plastic. I knew that the panels of this desk were in chunks, but that's obviously an end because we've got these nice rounded corners. Again, it is veneered, but it's quite nicely veneered. I think it's going to look nice when it's on. Pop that one down. This one here, and thought it was damaged, but nope. Everything looks like it's all in one piece. Right. Yeah, it's definitely chipboard. Can you see in the hole in there? It's definitely chipboard that's veneered, but it still looks nice, you know. It's got a grain to it. It looks pretty. I'm sure it's going to look nice when it's all together. All right, so this piece here is for a shelf that's going to go on the back for the monitor to sit on. It's going to come in handy for now. It might get removed in the future, but it's going to be handy for now until I've got some monitor arms for the monitor. We've got one. The tabletop is, the top is in 3 pieces. Got the 2 end pieces there that have got management holes. These holes are for management on cable management and stuff. And yeah, we've got that middle section there. So it's probably going to look quite nice. It should look quite nice with that rustic sort of look about it. So we're gonna get to seeing what we're supposed to do. What order do they tell us to do stuff in? Should we have a look? Look, this is the desk completed. This is the desk completed. This is what we've got to make from that. So, this is a list of parts, but it looks like they're all there. Oh, so they build the frame first. Okay, so we'll get on to building the frame first. Before we get into the build, we're going to go through that tray. We're going to see what's in there. But before we do that, I just want to just to let you guys know that any of the time-lapsed footage on any of these videos, especially if it involves building or anything like that, I will be doing that from this point onwards on my Twitch channel. So if you want to see that build, you're more than welcome to come over there and watch that happen. I'll also try and drop the full VOD of whatever it is that I'm building, or the short form version on stream on the channel as well. So yeah, that should be fun. Saying that, should we? Yes, I am now in an hoodie. It's got cold, and I'm a cheapskate. And this is warm and comfortable, so yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie for all of this bit. I've still got the same jumper on underneath if you want continuity. Right, shall we see what's in there? Okay guys, so here we are. Oh, obviously we know this is in here, so right, I'm gonna guess that these big chunky mofos are the feet, and it looks like also the sort of top bracket where it attaches to the wood. So yeah, we've got 2 feet and that. Again, it feels sort of like a bit weighty and substantial. Whether it's actually decent, this again, budget desk. It's not an expensive desk. Obviously the rods that run the motors. I'm guessing this is the type of desk that literally has a rod that hooks into these legs, and the lifting mechanism looks like they're in the leg, so makes for construction really easy. So we've got the rods there. What I mean basically is these two attach in the middle by this thing here, screw them together, and basically these go into a keyed hole in the in the legs here, which are obviously here, and that operates the mechanism that lifts the desk up and down. It's quite a simple mechanism for when it comes to construction. It works, so we'll see how well as it happens, but specs are okay on this desk. So we've got the legs here, we've got a little bit of girth to them, but again, like I said, we'll get to the budget part of this, but they've got some weight to them, some heft. So we've got one leg there. This is obviously the second leg. It's also got some, I don't know, we'll find out where that goes. Another more different piece of metal. So, and in here, I'm going to take a guess without even really paying any attention to anything. I'm going to take a guess that these go across the top, and that little angle, that little 9L piece, is like the link up for these two pieces between them to get the length of the table. I don't know, like we're spitballing here, we're spitballing. We'll find out, we'll find out on the stream. You'll see the time lapse. So what else we got in here? I do need to address that, yes, everything in this crate is literally wrapped in turtle death, I know. But turtle death like this one in particular I would reuse. I would literally keep those. Anything like this I keep for if I ever need to send anything with a level of protection. Even something small, you wrap this up a few times around itself, like, and it's going to give it some protection. But we've got the motor for our desk jobby, our jobby desk. We will find out whether it's a jobby desk or not. But stay tuned for that. What we got in here? Looks like I'm going to take a guess that they're the straps to strap the table together, the pieces of wood on the top, what you strap underneath together. I'm going to take a guess at that. They might not be, but it's only because these are definitely the cable tidies to go in those holes on the top of the desk, and that to me looks like a hook for your headphones. So I'm guessing they're desk parts, because this seems to be again, yes, I know, more turtle death, but yeah, everything's like really separated up in the turtle death though, Looks like they're going for a whole squadron of turtles here though. It does look like these guys. Look, they have turtle death in here, but they've wrapped the turtle death in turtle death. These people are definitely aiming at the full squadron of turtles. What we got in here? Oh, the buttons. Oh, the buttons. It's pretty basic. Standing, sitting, but don't care. Got up and down. I probably would, just program these to my standard. Look, at the end of the day, I'm only going to really sit down in one height, and I'm only going to really stand up in one height. It's my desk. Everyone else will have to just use these buttons, Again, we'll get to the price. But at least this is handy turtle death. This is like later on turtle death, because I'll reuse this. What we got here? Hey, do you know what, Right, again, hating on the turtle death, but, right, the fact that everything is like individually packaged, and like, to be fair, yes, it's turtle death, but I can literally just like slice a knife straight across the top of these bags, and they are going to be like the perfect little bag to hold what particular fittings are here, so I know what to grab. I mean, I don't need it to repeatedly tell me to use G to do any of this stuff, because obviously, but yeah. Who would need an individual letter to say, yeah, this is the tool you use to put stuff on? We need to remove the do not drink labels off bleach, see what happens. Right, anyway, even though this is turtle death and I hate it for that, I like that it's all individually separated, so good. What else we got here? Oh, go on. They even labelled the spare screws and bits and bobs as spare screws. I've got to commend them for that. They're all non-reusable packaging unless you've got an iron, because obviously you can cut this off and then just give it a new line with an iron. But yeah. What else we got? Not a clue. I'm sure they have a use. Or there's some sort of bung. Or I'm sure they have a use. They're going to be the feet, aren't they? So that it's adjustable. No, I hear what you're saying. Adjustable feet on an adjustable desk. But you know, people have uneven floor. That's why you have separated adjustable feet, so you can get the table level And then you can lift it up and down in comfort and knowledge that you're okay. And what we got? Oh, this will be the brackets for the shelf. They look like they're going to be uber sturdy, don't they? Oh, I know what those plastic circle things are for. I know what these are for. These are the protection to go on the end of there so it doesn't drive a hole through your freaking thing, I'm guessing. Unless there's some holes drilled for this, which there probably is. So there's probably like holes in place for it, for the shelf to be in the middle. But if you want it to the sides, well, I would like to see that. That would be awesome. If there's literally just spots already in place for these to just screw straight into the table. And this is just an option if you want to put them somewhere else. I'd like to see that. Anyways, that is your lot, ladies and gentlemen. So I will get into the building. And yeah, I'll see you on Twitch. Hey guys, welcome. So yeah, it is the next morning. I'll openly admit it is the next morning. Basically dragging that glass table upstairs. Basically the tabletop is as thick as the wood on this new desk. It's got the weight of a friggin' person, man. And yeah, getting that upstairs was not great on with my current health conditions. So that wasn't brilliant. But that being said, I have it all in place. So shall we go over, see what it looks like, and we'll get into it. So as you can see here, the desk is there. It's in place. It's looking nice. This wood looks all pretty decent. Please don't pay attention. This is literally, my makeshift wrist rest, and I use a box. This it's not to a box to just support my arm. So yeah, I've got the main system keyboard and stuff, monitors set up, both monitors are in place. This one is going to be replaced with another monitor, and then we're going to use the monitor arms. So that's a future video coming up, so look out for that. So that'll gain us some space here. I'm not too bothered about the clutter here because I do have a solution to basically eradicate these from here. So that's another future video. Stay tuned for that. But as you can see, it's all in place. I'm somewhat tidy under here. Talking about that, you guys wondered what? Have you ever wondered what organized chaos looks like? Yeah, there it is. See that clusterfuck of cables right there? Yeah. But I promise you, it's organised. It's organised. It's like literally all designed so that it can just. It's all individually sectioned for certain parts, and it's all on top of each other in a particular way so that it doesn't catch each other going up and down. But that being said, should we turn everything on? We'll start with these backlights back here, innit? And then we've got the other one here. It's for that backlights back there. Let me just fire the rig up. Turn that back one on, and then the gaming on the front. And obviously the one last thing in it. I mean, it's not quiet. But as you'll see yourself, that organised chaos back there it's doing what it needs to do. I've tried to get it so it doesn't catch on anything and nothing catches on each other. I've got my headphones under there as well. But yeah, as I was saying, like I was going to get to the price on this thing. This whole desk, which is 160mm wide and 70mm deep, cost me £120, which is about $135 before VAT. So that ain't bad, guys. So I didn't mind almost everyone in this sort of price range. I'll get to how I got that price range. I mean, it's chipboard and it's cheap. And I mean, the desk cost me 120 quid. And you know, it does this. It goes up and down. So even the fact that it goes up and down for 120 quid, like, think how many desks you've looked at that don't have this feature. I mean, and it's pretty solid. Like, it's got a bit of a wobble to it, like, when it's right up on high, but it's pretty solid. I'm super happy with it. Right, so should we get? We'll get on to how I shopped for this table on Amazon, and I'll explain what you might be able to do to get the same sort of deal. Okay, let's go. Right, okay, guys, we are here. We are stood up. It's working fine. Again, this feels quite nice. I know, like I said, it's just veneered chipboard, but it looks quite nice with this rustic look. This is the exact desk with the 3-part. At the minute, it's on at £150. But what you want to be paying attention to with Amazon are these vouchers. Like, I've seen it with quite a lot of these sort of budget desks. You'll get a £20 or £30 voucher. So if you apply this voucher, you will get this desk right now for £130. Again, with the desk split, like I said, with it, you know, with this desk here, it's been, you know, it's split, like, you know, it's split 3 ways. So how it is here, I don't mind it, but if you would rather it was split 2 ways, the same company, this Devoko, it'll be the exact same legs. The motor that is using slightly different switches, so maybe this is the older model, because the new one's all 3D molded. You'll see it. I'll click back to it now. So yeah, it's here in white. So white is an option on the upgrade, and you can see the legs are sort of rounded a little, whereas on this one they're square. And yeah, this is see the motor's slightly different. If you can see that the motor, the switches are slightly different. I've seen underneath they look basically the same in the way that they operate. You know, it's still exactly the same. It's still a corded rod, but this one gives you a cup holder. So, and it's an extra, what, 10, 20 quid? But then you've got that 20 quid voucher, so you can have it a little reduced. It does the same height. This one goes up to 118 and it drops down to 72. So it does the same sort of height. It's basically, this has got square legs, that's got rounded off legs. This has got a 3 split panel on the top, and obviously this one here has got a 2 split panel, and it gives you a cup holder. But like I said, what I would do is I'd pay attention to these vouchers. All you have to do is be signed in to Amazon. You don't have to have anything special about you or anything, just signed into Amazon. So the shout out to Flexi Spot there. Basically the same size, just a little bit wider from Flexi Spot, which they're going to be a bit of a stronger construction. They're going to be a bit more well, I don't know, to be honest. This particular model, yeah, like you can see there that the rod that powers the 2 sides is far more substantial. It's like an actual pole. The motor looks a bit more chunkier. It's got the exact same adjustment, but it's probably going to be a bit more of a sturdier build from Flexi Spot. However, right, that's the Flexi Spot one's like 200 quid, and that's reduced down from like 260, whereas I paid £120 for this. That's half that price. So the question is, budget standing desks. Is it worth it? Yes. For me, anyway. I suppose it's going to all depend on your use case. This has got quite a thin top on it, but as in my eyes, the top is somewhat temporary anyway, and I can always replace the top with just something a little bit thicker and maybe one piece at a later date. That's something that I can do. So would I recommend getting one of these? Yeah, definitely. If you can get the right price, I think this is worth 120 quid all day long. And as I was saying before, with the tensile strength of the tops, if it's got to be split, I would rather it be split sort of so they're chunks shaped like this than split through the middle. Because if you don't want anything that is split in the middle going that way, because if you think about it, when you lean on your desk, you're on this side of the desk. So if the split is in the middle, regardless of how strong your straps are, if the split is down the middle, you're constantly going to be putting weight on this end, which is going to make it droop before it then breaks. Admittedly, yes, it's going to separate whatever you've got on the back to what you've got on the front. But again, if you've got a split down the middle that way, and you've got everything clamped on the back, you've got like monitor arms and stuff, and you've got them all clamped on across the back. That's all going to be on that back half of it. So all of those screws that are bolting that to it are going to be under pressure constantly, trying to be twisted, whilst you're twisting the other side. So if there's any splits that are this way, long ways in the desk, I personally recommend you stay clear of any desk that is split that way. Split this way, each panel in itself has more tensile strength to itself anyway, because it's shorter. It inherently, it's a word now. Inherently. Yeah. This is basically inherently stronger in itself, because it's shorter and stubbier. Shorter and stubbier structures are just in themselves more strong, have more strength to themselves, because they're not overstressed because obviously as you go further out, it becomes exponentially more pressure when you lean on it. That's why seesaws work the way they do. You stand on the inside of a seesaw and it might be balanced, but if you walk out to the edge of the seesaw, it's going to drop. That's because it's further along. So for me personally, I think these either triple split desks or the two split where it's like split down the middle, like the other version of this particular desk from Denoko. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about it. Right, as I was saying, sorry, I had a little crash out then. As I was saying, the question is, these budget standing desks, are they worth it? I can't, state for, long term or whatever, but I would say yes. It's doing what I'm asking of it. I don't mind that there's only two settings. The fact of the matter is I paid 120 quid for it, and it's pretty stable and sturdy. I mean, at full height, this is full height. It hasn't got a huge amount of side to side wobble. Like all desks have a front to back wobble, but the side to side wobble is going to is what shows its stability, and it's not too bad. And I've gamed with it stood up, and it doesn't feel like it's under too much pressure and all that malarkey. So yeah, I'm personally think that it's worth your money. So if you're in the market for a budget standard desk, you don't want to spend too much money, maybe coming up to Christmas, you want it as a gift for someone or something, or you just want to snazz up a space. Say you've got your son or daughter a gaming PC and you just want to give them something to game on, 120 quid. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of desks that don't have the standing mechanism are at least 120 quid, which is about $135, something like that, guys. But I can say that this Devoko, they basically provide the quality that they state they provide, you know. They're not the easiest of things to search through, but like I said, pay attention to the vouchers. Make sure you signed into your Amazon and pay attention to your vouchers, and you won't do wrong. Thank you for joining me in this one, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Love you, bye.